turn now to Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, Democrat, California, senior member of the House Judiciary Committee. She brings a unique perspective to impeachment, having taken part in, again, all 4 modern-day impeachment proceedings. She was an impeachment manager in President Trump's first trial last year. Congresswoman, thanks for your time this morning. President Trump, of course, acquitted in that first impeachment trial. Is the case stronger this time?
Well, I thought the case was strong the first time, but in this case, it's pretty obvious what happened. He incited a mob to attack the Capitol, try and prevent the Congress of the United States from performing its constitutional duty to receive the electoral count, electing his successor. It's unprecedented, and if that isn't an impeachable offense, I don't know what is.
Speaking of unprecedented, I mean, the unique nature of this impeachment, nearly all of those involved in the process are not only prosecutors and de facto jurors, if you will, you're also victims and witnesses. How does that change the approach that we should expect to see from the impeachment managers this time around?
Well, I'm not a manager this time, for which I'm grateful. So I'm not going to substitute my judgment for theirs on how to bring the case. But I will say, in the case of the first Trump impeachment, and really the other 2 that I worked on, the evidence needed to be uncovered. The misbehavior had been hidden. This misbehavior was out there for everyone to see, in tweets, on video. So it's not as if a big evidentiary effort needs to be undertaken. The real question is whether the senators will allow themselves to judge this case on the merits. And we'll see. The jury's still out on that.
I mean, to that point, though, Congresswoman, do you need witnesses? I mean, if you were all there and you all saw it, what are witnesses really going to add?
Well, you might have witnesses on the Georgia count. As you know, there was a provision relative to the president's misconduct in trying to get the Georgia officials to basically throw out their vote. You might need witnesses on that. You theoretically could call witnesses about the rally. It turns out from news reports that although the president was trying to distance himself, his people paid for it, organized it. So you could have witnesses, but whether they're actually necessary to prove the facts is the second question.
Well, I have you, Congresswoman. Let's talk about President Biden's immigration plans. You are the presumptive chair of the Judiciary Committee's the subcommittee on immigration and citizenship. You've been dubbed one of the closers on this immigration bill in the House. This morning, Politico's reporting that President Biden is apparently open to breaking his immigration bill into pieces. Is that a better strategy considering what we've seen over the years?
Well, last year we did that. We passed 2 big bills, one to allow the Dreamers to gain legal status, and the second, which took me a year of work, to legalize farm workers. And that was not only had a bipartisan vote, but bipartisan authors and a big vote in the House. Now, the Senate didn't act on either one, although we thought there was some chance they would before the pandemic hit. And then they just went back to confirming judges and dealing with COVID. So it's possible we could move those again. Right now, we're focusing on the Biden bill and whether we can move that. But I think people want us to get something done. We're dealing with a framework, an immigration framework, that basically the structure was written in 1965. Is it a surprise that it's not really serving the best interests of the United States in 2021?
That's a good spot to end it. Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren. Congresswoman, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.